I wonder what goes on in the heads of the Donald Trump supporters who are now going to jail, going to trial, or being investigated in when it comes to what happened on January 6th. Now, two main people are being convicted of what happened on January 6th. Two main leaders of the Oath Keepers. Obviously, we're talking, of course, Elmer Stewart Rhodes and the Florida chapter leader Kelly Meggs, found guilty by a jury of charges stemming from the January 6th attack. I keep asking this of every Donald Trump supporter out there who is about to be put in jail for him, or at the very least, just investigated for what happened on January 6th, screaming to the top of their lungs that somehow Donald Trump is God. Donald Trump should be president of the United States, although he lost in an election of the people. I keep wondering what goes on through their minds, and the only question I really want to ask was, obviously, was it worth it? Was it seriously worth going to prison for Donald Trump? Was it really worth nearly destroying our constitutional republic for a man who doesn't care about you? A man who will sell you out? A man who betray you at the drop of a hat? Is it really worth it? Was it really worth all of this? Your families have been completely destroyed. Regardless of whatever right-wing support you have, their lives are going to be tied to what you did. You guys followed the orders and the advice of a psychopath, a narcissist who will sell you out if he can save his own neck. Was it really worth it? Was it really worth it? I keep repeating that question in this video because I'm still waiting for an answer. You guys were planning to take a government takeover of our country because the man you love, the man you've given your souls to, the man you are willing to die for, the man you say, the man you believe is the second renaissance, the second coming of America, the man you think will save our nation and make us great, and that four-word moniker that makes me sick every time I hear it, make America great again, is not going to help you. He doesn't care about you because he gets to go to bed in Mar-a-Lago, maybe with his wife, who I don't know what the attraction is other than money, but he gets to go home to Mar-a-Lago in Florida, eat nice food, good food. Maybe McDonald's, maybe Pizza Hut, maybe fattens himself up, whatever. But you get to go to federal prison. You get to be away from your families. You destroyed yourselves for him. And I honestly do not understand why. Was it really worth losing everything you are, everything you own, every everything that defines you for a man who will stab you in the heart if it saves his own ass? Or at the very least, at the very least, if it makes him a little bit of money. And why? You destroyed yourselves. You annihilated whatever hope you had of freedom, any hope you had of seeing our nation become great again. Why? For what? Did it give you comfort walking into the U.S. Capitol threatening congressmen, uh, 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 threatening all of them, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, threatening an armed insurrection, because that's what this is about. Was it worth it? I wish I could get an answer from Rhodes and Biggs and all the rest of these clowns. All the rest of these clowns who have done nothing but destroy themselves, destroy their families, because this is going to follow their kids for the rest of their miserable lives. And was it worth it? If I had a family, I wouldn't go do something this stupid. I have members of my family who are military, and I understand but they understood the risk of why they go to combat if they served in combat. But this wasn't combat. This was an armed insurrection inspired by one weak man. And about that, before I close this video off, I'm going to say this. We got the soldiers, we got the pawns, but when are we going to go after the people who truly organized this? When are we going to go after Ali Alexander, the man who organized all of it? Now, the defense can be he didn't know what was going to happen, blah blah blah, yick 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 yick. But he still shoulders and bears some responsibility for it. But what about people in government responsible for this? People like Mo Brooks, representative of Alabama, who said at the rally, and I quote, "Today is the day American patriots are taking down names and kicking ass." How did you think they were going to respond to that? How do you think they were going to respond to an amped up crowd already itching the fire guns was going to respond to something like that? How about Katrina Pearson, former Trump campaign advisor, who said, and I quote, "Americans will stand up for themselves and protect their rights, and they will demand that the politicians that we elect uphold those rights, or we will go after them." Really? What exactly are you going after them for, Pearson? What exactly What exactly do you think you're going to go after them for? So why don't we go after people like Madison Cawthorn, former representative of North Carolina's 11th district, saying there's a significant portion of our party that says we should just sit idly by and sit on our hands. They have no backbone. And we already know what that means, especially coming from a guy like him, thinking that punching a tree makes him tough. Well, they're already going after Rudy Giuliani, saying his quote about "let's have trial by combat." How about his one of his lawyers, John Eastman, where they're going after him, saying that this is the very essence of our Republican form of government has to be done, whatever, whatever. But why aren't we not going after the family? And I think we already know what family we're talking about. I'm talking about, of course, the Trump kids. Laura and Eric Trump saying, "Our family didn't get into this fight for just 4 years. We're in this fight to the bitter end. We're going to take our country back, okay?" All that because he lost an election? All this because he lost an election. You're going to take our country back. You're going to take our country back. Let's talk about Kimberly Guilfoyle, Donald Trump Jr.'s his wife. You know, the lady who screamed the best is yet to come. We will not allow, saying this on January 6th, we will not allow the liberals and Democrats to steal our dream or steal our elections. No, nothing was stolen from you. Nothing. And your dreams of being banged in the Oval Office is not going to happen, Kimberly. Sorry. And as for your hubby, Donnie Jr., the cokehead, You have an opportunity today. You can be a zero or a hero. I'm sorry, you can be a hero or you can be a zero. And the choice is yours, but we are all watching. You say that to a group of people who are just ain't itching for a fight. And your fight is exactly what you'll get. And let's not even get into what your daddy said. You have to fight like hell. If you don't fight like hell, you won't have a country anymore. When are we going after them? We got the pawns, the leader of the pawns. We got the foot soldiers, the pissants. When are we going after the generals? When are we going after the leaders of this? When are we going after their leader, Donald Trump? Because that makes the biggest difference of all of this. Now we can convict these foot soldier pissants all the day goes on. But when it comes to the people who actually did this, when are we going after them? Because that makes the difference of all. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.